Hi friends! Hey, I just wanted to talk to you about a really fun holiday. We just watched a video all about it. It's called Dia de los Muertos. And it is a holiday that started in Mexico. So many people in Mexico celebrate this holiday. And they also celebrate it in lots of other countries, as we learned. Some of the Latin American countries, and even here in the United States of America, lots of people celebrate this great holiday called Dia de los Muertos. And we learned all about it today. So it starts on October 31st, which here in America is also our famous holiday of Halloween. They start on that day celebrating Dia de los Muertos, and it goes for 3 days, the 31st, then November 1st and November 2nd. I thought it was a really special holiday because it is a day that we remember people that we love, friends, family, neighbors that have passed away that were dear and special to us. So we think about them and we hope that they come visit us in their sweet and happy spirits, that they can be with us on those days again. So sometimes people leave out food and they leave out all the things that they liked and they think about them on those days. They just remember them. It's a really special time to remember those who have passed on. And also, it didn't really talk about this in the video, but it's also a day that we can remember our pets. I know that our pets, our cats and dogs and other pets that we have, they're very dear to our hearts. And sometimes they die too, and it's really sad. So it's also a good day to remember our pets. So today we're going to make a Dia de los Muertos project that has to do with remembering pets that have died. We're going to make a pet Dia de los Muertos skeleton and make it so bright and cheerful. Because remember, on Day of the Dead, we don't make it a scary and spooky holiday. No, it's a happy holiday that we celebrate the life of those that we love. We use bright and happy things like flowers and birds and butterflies because we want it to be a happy time, not a sad and spooky time. So today for Dia de los Muertos, we're going to make this art project about our pets. We're going to make a skeleton of one of our pets. It could be a cat, a dog, or if you have a different animal that you want to make the skeleton of, you could go ahead and do that. But we're going to do a pet Dia de los Muertos art project. Let's get to it. Okay, friends, remember that Dia de los Muertos is a day that we celebrate. It's not scary and spooky, so we want to use bright and cheerful colors on our art for Dia de los Muertos projects. So for this art project, you're going to need a bright color for the background. On this one I did blue, but the one I'm going to make today, I think I'm going to use this bright yellow. So I'll have some bright colored papers that you can choose as your background. Then you're going to need a half sheet of black paper to make the outline of your pet. And you're going to need a small piece of white paper to make the face, because we're going to have to draw on the face. So we need to have some white paper that we can use marker on. And you're gonna need a glue stick. And I used oil pastels for my background because they showed up really nicely on this bright paper. If you prefer, you could use markers or oil pastels or crayons or maybe colored pencils. But I love oil pastels because of their bright colors. And for sure, everyone needs a white oil pastel because that's how we're gonna make the bones of our skeleton pet. All right, friends, so for the first thing that we're going to do is take our black paper and up towards the top, we're just gonna make a circle. This circle needs to be probably about this big because it's gonna be like the head of your pet. So just make a circle. I'm gonna do this with the white pastel right now so you guys can see it better. And then you're going to make some ears. If you're making a dog, you can make floppy ears. If you're making a cat, you can make pointy ears. If you're making a bunny, you can make long floppy ears. Whatever you want to do. I think on this one I'll make a dog, so I'm gonna just make these kind of floppy dog ears. And then for the bottom of it, you're just gonna make a curved line going down on both sides. So that's a pretty easy shape. The next thing you're going to do is cut it out. This is actually going to be the back because we don't want these white lines to show. All right. Then the next thing you need to do is make a white circle that fits inside of here for the face, because we're going to draw some really cute designs and patterns and decorate the face up with some bright colors. So you just have to make a circle. You can kind of guess about where your other circle was. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. Now, the most important thing about this is that this circle needs to be a little bit smaller than this one because we want a black outline. And we're actually going to turn this over and use the solid black side. I'm going to cut this ear a little bit more so it's kind of like that ear on that side. All right, so I'm going to put this circle on here for the dog's face. And I want it to be a little bit smaller so there's a black outline. So I'm just going to cut it, and I'm going to cut inside of the line I drew, just a little bit inside. And you can keep working on this. If you cut it too small at first, you can't really make it bigger. So if you cut it a little bit too big, you can make it smaller. So just cut like inside of the line that you drew. And it doesn't really have to even be a perfect circle either. It doesn't matter. So I'm just going to see if this will look good for the dog's face, because I want some black to show around it. Yeah, I think that looks good. Then the next thing you're going to do is take your glue and you're going to glue this circle on where the head of your pet is. Remember to leave some black around the edges so it has like a black frame. All right, the rest of your skeleton is going to be done with white oil pastel. It will show up really great on this. So the next part we're going to do is we're going to just make kind of an oval shape right here. And remember, this isn't really realistic of the bones of a dog, so it's just to represent a skeleton. It doesn't have to be perfect like a real dog. So I'm going to make these bones curve. I'm thinking I might make them curve up just a little bit, like a slight smile shape. And you're just going to draw some curves like that. Next, we're going to draw some arm bones or leg bones since it's a dog or a cat. So you just make a curve. Then leave a little space. And you can just make it go off your page. Then on the end of each bone, since bones are shaped like this, we're going to make a little bump on each end. Like a heart. Pretty much a heart shape. And don't have them touch, have them just a little bit apart so that they're not quite connected. Okay, so that's pretty much your dog's bones, the skeleton of your pet. And if it's a dog or a cat, it doesn't matter. We just do it the same, whatever animal you choose. And then the other thing I'm going to do, just to make these ears show up a little bit more, actual ears don't have bones in them, so I'm just going to make some dots. Because in Dia de los Muertos art, they use lots of dots in their art. Okay, so there you have all the bones and the skeleton of your pet. Now, let's add some cute details. So, I was thinking on this one, since we have to do on kind of little details, I got these markers that are skinnier than our regular ones, so they're easier to draw small details and more delicate details with. So, I was thinking I'm just going to draw 2 circles for the eyes. And on this cat, I just drew the eyes black, like skeleton eyes. But on this dog, I think I'm going to add some flowers. So I'm going to draw a circle in the middle. This is a really easy way. And then after that, you can draw any details you would like. Okay, friends, once you have your background all decorated with lots of beautiful colors and happy things like flowers and butterflies, the final touch for your project is you can get a little red heart. I have some stickers, and there's some that are just paper that you can glue on. But because I love my pets, I'm going to put a little heart on him. And I think I'll add a couple of dots to my heart. Okay, there you have it. Your Dia de los Muertos Pet Skeleton. I hope you guys had a great time making this. It was a lot of fun. We'll see you again next time.